Well, it's been a while. Welcome back to the Javier Mendez podcast. Javi just got back from the fights like a couple minutes ago. Was it like a 35-minute drive?
No,
A little longer?
it was more like an hour and a half because of the traffic.
Oh, I bet.
Having chocolate.
Diet chocolate. That's how you've been losing all that weight. I get it.
Not diet. This definitely is not diet.
We're gonna start selling it. You eat this chocolate that Javi and I love, and you're gonna just lose weight, guys. Just sign up for it. The all chocolate diet.
That's very good, Glenn.
Well, it's been a while since we touched base. I don't know what's been going on with your guys. I know like that looked like Umar had an offer or something going with Song Yadong, and then that fell out because Song is injured or something.
It was never confirmed. So people have talked to me about it. I said, no, there's no fight.
Oh, gosh.
We're confirmed until the UFC announces it. So to me, reporters were calling me and I said, there's no fight.
Right.
It's never confirmed. The UFC does not put it out there. It means there's no match. Just because one side says we're fighting and everybody, like I saw it announced in all these Instagram sites and websites that, they're fighting. And they're asking me, and I said, there's no fight. As far as I know, it's not been confirmed. So if it's not confirmed, I'm not going to say it's a fight. Even if I'm thinking we're training for the fight, it's no fight.
Right.
That's what happened. So, look, my word was correct. No fight. So, all these people that try to get the news quick, it's ridiculous because the talk should be.
I'll keep talking. Pause.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, keep eating, Hav. That's good. That's what this is about.
So like I said, did you record that? Do not put out fake news till you get both parties, and then the UFC should be the last party and the most important party, because when they say it's on, it's on. If they don't say it's on, it's not on. It's like, stop trying to get the news out there quick, guys. It's like you call the wolf bait. It's like, come on,
wolf tickets.
Yeah. So Helen Yee, she's so good. Her and the Schmo, they're the great. Because they don't put out that kind of stuff. They called me and I told her, no, we're not confirmed. It's not a confirmed fight. So she says, okay. So she didn't announce it. She was not going to announce that stuff because it makes her look bad. She's a professional, and the Schmo is a professional. So they take their job very seriously and they don't try to jump the gun on anything. They try to get verified facts, which is the way it should be. But not everybody does that. So be it. That's the way it is. It's always going to be that way. So
someone's just trying to break this scoop and hopefully get the more views so they can have more money for their Tesla payment. Who knows?
Well, remember, I got in trouble when I got interviewed by the media and they were talking about a fight. And, well, what do I think about this fight? And I'm thinking, oh, it must be announced. So I go, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden I got in trouble for it because it was never confirmed. I'm like, damn it. So I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
Even if you know what's going to happen, you're not going to know until the UFC or whatever that organization is throwing that event says it. And that's what I've held to that. And you know what? It really works for me because it's verified. It's a real deal. And the matches do go on and they are legit. And, sure, things happen. People get injured, et cetera. But the matches confirm that both parties signed by the promotion. And that's the way it should be.
So what did you think about this this big fight? I mean, was it a big production, big crowd?
Yeah, it was a sold out. A lot of people tried to get tickets. And they basically got, no luck. so it was a sold out event. It was a great event. I got there basically the last 3 prelim fights. They were good. All of them were good. And, the main event started off fantastic with the shot of Bullet. He did an incredible back fist to back fist, partially hit with the right, and then that other second one, man, hit right money. That's probably going to be a memorable KO, for the UFC to replay over and over again. That's an incredible, double fisted KO, double back fist KO. It was awesome.
The guy he was fighting was pretty competitive.
Oh no, He was good. He was really good.
I told you about him.
Yeah, it was no easy fight for Shada, but he's he's proven that he's one of the best strikers, and I'm looking forward to what's next for him. Hopefully they can give him something like who knows, he's ready for all challenges from the way he feels and the way he looks. I mean, the guy's good. Give him a shot. So let's see what happens. I'm thinking that probably the smart money is probably going to go with Strickland because he probably deserves it. The next one against
What about like a Bo Nickel or something?
No, Bo Nickel's not ready yet. Bo Nickel still needs to build more on what he has. He will be ready, but I'm looking for the day when it's Bo Nichols and Hamza. That's the day. But that's not going to happen.
It's not ready. It's not time. More cooking.
But I think Strickland is the one that the places and him should go at it again. I think he deserves it, and I think they should fight. And then let's see what happens after that. See who's they're going to give next to the winner, whoever that is. And you cannot tell me that you can really pick that fight very easily because that can easily go in either way. It could go back to South Africa or it could go to USA. I mean, that's a tough matchup. I mean, Strickland is no joke.
It's true. So what did you think about Dan EJ versus Lerone Murphy?
That was a great fight. It was really, really close, and like it was a really close fight, man. It came down to that last little minute, and Lerone did a little bit more, got a little bit more in there. So that was a great fight. Dan EJ, I was kind of torn because I love that guy, and I wanted him to win, but hey, it's the fight game, and you win and you lose, and that's a warrior right there. That guy, he's a warrior. That was a great fight. Lerone Murphy's no joke. He's good everywhere, So, but I knew that. I knew Lerone was good. So, but Dan EJ also was good, and it was a great fight. It went back and forth. It was hard to pick who was going to get it at the last minute. The last minute is what made the difference, I feel, and Lerone got the better of Dan in the last minute.
Dan started strong, but then looked like cardio became an issue rather like 1.5 rounds in, I think.
Somewhat.
Yeah. And then what about Ankalaev versus Rakic?
Oh, Ankalaev, to me, is a great fighter. I just wish he would use his weapons as well as he could, like his wrestling per se, and he didn't. Rakic tried to take him down, for God's sake, and then the third round. It's like, that should have been, Ankalaev's game right from the get-go. Yeah, he proved his point. He's a better striker, but, I would like to have seen him, shooting for a takedown and use his, great grappling that he has. He has great grappling. He just doesn't use it. I guess he just likes to stand, and, I don't know. I thought, Ankalaev definitely won that fight, but I thought definitely he should have used his grappling. That's what I think.
Do you think this stalls him for moving up the ladder? Like Dana said before the fight, you need to give me something significant. You need to make a fight to remember to go fight, go up to fight Pereira,
Well, if that's what Dana's saying, obviously, no one's going to say this is the fight that proves Dana, is going to put him in there. This is the fight that's going to be marginal. It's going to be one of those where Dana's going to go, and maybe not. I mean, seriously, that's what's going to happen. I mean, right. They may not. This is not one of those, you got it for sure. This is one of those, maybe not.
Well, think like a promoter. Think like a promoter, right? What would you be able to sell that fight like a big fight? Probably not enough, fire on it, right? Based on the way Dana looks at it. I'm thinking.
Who's available? To be honest with you, I think if they spin it right, I think it can sell really well because Ankalaev is no joke. I mean,
nothing against him. I'm just saying, it's the UFC seems performance for performance based, like number.
They do, but if you're talking about selling the fight, if they really put the effort to sell the fight, that fight will sell. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to put it on the performance, then okay, maybe not. But if you're going to put it on how good this guy is and how good that fight can be, let's put it this way. I feel, my opinion, it's better than his last fight, Alex's last fight. This fight with Ankalaev will be much better. It'll be more dangerous for Pereira too. So
I think a lot more dangerous. I agree.
From that perspective, for me, the fight I'd like to see because
Yeah.
it's more dangerous. It's Khalid was only going to do one thing. Ankalaev can do it all. He can hurt him on the stand up. He can hurt him on the ground, and let's see what he chooses to do if they give him that fight. But again, this is just my opinion, and your opinion, my opinion. But at the end of the day, we don't run the UFC; they run it. So they'll tell you who they're going to put in there, and it's not a legit sport. Because if it was a legit sport, the Ankalaev would have got the title already. If it was a legit sport, a lot of people don't get to move from number 11 to number 1 after one shot. They have to move up the ranks the right way. So that's one thing that people need to understand when they say this person deserves it, that person deserves it. Well, it really comes down to who's going to get more eyeballs, right? And who's going to make the most money for the promotion. This is entertainment, money first. Legit sport is not first. I'm sorry to say. People that think it's going to be that way, then you're in the wrong sport. It is a sport that it's entertainment first.
Study the data, and you will know the answer.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, you look at the views, the numbers, the spikes, all the data on the fight. You might not be able to get it readily, but that's whatever they use. Google, I don't know. There's some things like Google Trends or things like that. I think that might be going out, but it's stuff like that.
Hey, so, they know what they're doing. They're making a ton of money, for the company, and they keep bringing stars. This is what I feel personally. They don't build the stars, they build the brand. And that's something they've been doing for 20-something years. And I said that many years ago when this first started. People are going, why aren't they doing this? I go, because they're building the brand. Because that way it doesn't matter what fighter comes. It doesn't matter. They can go into a territory and sell out before they announce who the lineup is because they built the brand. They did a fantastic job of building the brand, not the fighters. Yeah, the fighters are fantastic, but the way they built the brand, any person that goes into UFC is like everybody goes, think about it. When people go, oh, you fight UFC? The brand is so big, as MMA when it's not, but people say, oh, you a UFC, so for me too. Still to this day, if I have to explain to someone that doesn't really know, when I say UFC, they get it. But if I say any of the other organizations, they are like, I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is. They get a little confused look on their face, So the UFC is the best at branding, and that's what they did. They branded the UFC fantastic. That's why they can sell out without announcing who is going to fight.
Wow. I mean, it is interesting. I really like how they pull it together. They do figure it out. Now, this one you're going to love to talk about. Khamzat, Robert Whitaker, he potentially broke his jaw, like a jaw-breaking squeeze.
The only thing that makes sense that he broke his jaw because Robert was fighting brilliantly. He was avoiding all the traps, escaping one to another, but Khamzat was on top of him, was going from one to the other too. And when he tapped so quick, I go, wait a minute. I go, he tapped too quick, too quick, and it wasn't the choke wasn't in.
Yeah,
but the pain, he broke his jaw. I guess when he did that, they showed pictures of it already. When on my way back here, I saw on Instagram. There's pictures of his jaw, and he broke his jaw, bro. So, man. I tell you, that was going to be a great fight, and Khamzat, man, good for him, man. He's incredible. I mean, the way he just came in, took him down like he did. But I knew he could do that. It was obvious from anybody that knows how good he is that he can take anybody down. And he did. But Robert, unfortunately, got his jaw broken, and he couldn't go any further. But Khamzat broke his jaw. So guess what? He's the guy. And I think that he should get the next title after Strickland and them. I think that's what they should do. They're probably going to put Strickland against the champ. Then I think Khamzat should get the winner.
Yeah, he didn't really. I mean, once it went all grappling, it was pretty much going to be over there. Khamzat decided to stick to his strengths this fight instead of make it a boxing match and play peekaboo with the punches that Whitaker could have delivered. So fight your fight, right? It's like his version of Father's Plan.
Khamzat very extremely smart. He went right for it. He did what he needed to do, and he took him down. Had he stood longer with Robert, it might have not been good for him. I mean, Khamzat could stand too. Don't get me wrong, but he was obviously, everybody knows his strength is his grappling. He's got incredible grappling, and he's just tenacious, super strong. and you know, he's very difficult to deal with on the ground. And yeah, he fought Wright's fight. Unfortunately, Robert got his jaw click.
He had a close call against the former champ, Usman, right? When he was, I mean, in the stand-up, he was starting to get the better of Khamzat in that late part of the third round, I guess. It's like, watch out. And then so it made me think maybe Whitaker has a small, minute chance, but overall, Khamzat's so well-rounded, you know?
That's what led all of us to go into that realm, that I thought Khamzat could take Robert down really quick, but I thought if Robert can get up, you know, from that I thought it could be a long night, you know, because Robert's jiu-jitsu is really good, his wrestling is really good, you know, so I thought it's possible that Robert got up, it could go well, but I also thought that it could end real quick too. So it was one of those, could have gone either way. I thought Khamzat was probably going to win, you know, but you know, I wasn't sure for 100% because how good Robert is. And you know, for Khamzat, Robert is one of the guys that has the best chance against Khamzat, in my opinion.
That's true. And as for the main event, I mean, were you feeling like Topuria's thunderous knockouts were coming?
I thought they could, but I thought if he would have fought just, you know, pure stand-up and didn't do that brilliant move he did with Max taking him down to change a little bit, I thought that was brilliant on his part. I mean, he's the total deal, the total package to Perez. He did everything perfect. I mean, the beautiful combinations. Max, that was a very, very entertaining, good fight, man. And then Topuria is very sharp, and like I had said to people, that his boxing is sharper, you know, tighter, crisper, you know, and proved my point. You know, Topuria is tighter, sharper, not as good a kicker, better grappler as far as wrestling base, not jiu-jitsu base. Jiu-jitsu base, who knows? They might cancel each other out on that. But as far as the takedown ability, you know, Illy had the advantage, I felt, and he did that, and he proved that. But Max is a warrior, man. He came back, he's sticking that jab nice, and he's, you know, they were going back and forth. It was a great fight. I love the fight. It was, you know, a great finish. You know, Topuria showed that, you know, he's a true champ right now, and he can finish a fight, and it's exciting. This guy's exciting. He really is exciting. He's fun to watch. You know, I look forward to his next fight. I don't know who they're going to put him up against, but maybe you know, Alexander. Who knows? Maybe a rematch. That could be a good one. Let's see. Let's see what they do.
He's going to call everybody out. He was even going up like 2 weight classes before the fight. At least the chatter was on the internet. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay.
Well, he's a good marketer. He knows how to market himself. I think he's doing a fantastic job.
He's doing the Conor move.
Well, no, not like Conor though. I mean, he's attacking the fighter. He's not attacking anybody else. I like the way he's doing it.
Oh no, you're talking with class. Yes, he's more.
Yeah,
sure.
You're gonna do whatever. I like the way he's doing. I don't down any.
I like his style. I think he's great.
Yeah, because he's just attacking the fighter. He's not attacking the manager, the coach, the country, or nothing. He's just a fighter. And you know what? To me, that's fair. It's all game. You know, it's all war. You know, it's the right mentality. I mean, you know, if you're a fighter, then you attack other fighters. It's okay. You talk trash to fighters. I mean, he even made some quotes about Ngannou and him. You know, it's like you know, it's like, hey, it is what it is. You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. You know, in my opinion, I don't look at what he's doing as, oh, you know, you're whatever. No, I think it's funny.
Well, talking of which, I mean, this was a great card. We didn't get to talk about it last week, but Ngannou versus the Giant, that was exciting. Did you watch that card, the PFL card, or did you go see it?
No, because it was too. It was on too late for me, and I didn't want to watch it. It's like, shit, too late. You know, I was gonna watch it, and then I go, I don't want to watch it. It's too late.
Well, Ngannou took out the monster. He definitely did.
I didn't really see the card at all.
Well, Eblin edged out a win. Ngannou took on a monster. It was good. I thought it was pay-per-view worthy, but the report is that they get dismal pay-per-view buys and like 10,000 or something. I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, it is hard to crank pay-per-view buys in this world because pay-per-view is no longer the novelty or the only way to get anything, right?
Well, the pay-per-view kings are UFC, bro. So it's kind of like, you have so much money per month, the average person, for pay-per-view, and what are you going to do? You're going to spend it on PFL or Bellator or
No, they were cheaper. Like
you're gonna go with the UFC, which always delivers. I don't really recall too many pay-per-view events that the UFC has not delivered. So the average person that can only buy one, I'm sorry, but he's gonna go with the one that's got the biggest brand. So
everything is essentially pay-per-view in one way or another, whether you're
yeah,
getting a subscription to ESPN Plus for the football or for the baseball,
yeah.
or you get to
But
buy the whole season for a team, not every team, or different packages, right?
well, like with Netflix, right? The Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. That's a home run because that's
Right.
on Netflix. That's a winner, huge winner, because people pay, and they're probably going to get more people to subscribe, that order more subscriptions. So let's see how I say subscriptions.
Mm.
Like, what? Maybe my job got broken.
Did Hamzat get a hold of you? No,
Man, I hope not.
no,
But
I wouldn't want that.
yeah, the Netflix thing is a great one. I think that's a great marketing one for them, but they're not going to lose on that one. No way.
What do
No
you
way.
think about that fight? What's your thoughts on Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson? I mean, much older Mike Tyson. It might as well be you fighting in there. You guys are kind of comparable in age at this point.
Yeah, but we're not comfortable in power. Mike Tyson hits like a hammer. I hit like a mini hammer. So,
Now,
and the experience Mike Tyson has, come on, man. Is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, the most fierce heavyweights of all time, one of the hardest punchers of all time in the heavyweight division. So, when you're talking about Mike Tyson, how is Jake Paul going to deal with that? I don't know. I'm thinking, my thought is, he's not going to be able to deal with the power that Tyson has. That's what I'm thinking. But let's see what happens. One thing, that the last thing that goes away with the older guys is the power. And Mike Tyson has the power. So let's see. I'm pulling for Mike. But I'm not going to be shocked of anything that happens because of his age, and
yeah.
because Jake Paul's legit. He's not a legit
Would
number
Jake
one.
Paul take young Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul at 60 years old? Yeah, love to see that fight.
No, over in one round. Sorry, or less.
Over in less than a start of a whistle.
Prime Mike Tyson. I'm sorry. I remember Prime Mike Tyson beats everybody. That he fought. They destroyed everybody. So you're not competing with Prime Mike Tyson. But this Mike Tyson still has something to offer, is what I'm saying. I look at the videos with him and Rafael Cordero. Sorry, and he looks impressive, man. He's still got speed. He's still got that power, and let's see what happens. But, I'm not discounting at all that Jake Paul has no chance, because that's baloney. Most people think he's picking on an older guy, but Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson. He still is like a brick, and Jake Paul's legit, though. He's a good professional boxer.
He's got knockout power. Yeah.
Got knockout power. He's got a lot of experience now, high level fights. Come on, he beat some good people, man. He's lost. There was one fight, right, to Fury. Fury's that's it. But Tommy Fury, right? It was Tommy. Fury.
Tommy Fury.
But he won every other fight. Jake Paul's he's good. He knows the one thing about him that's the best out of anybody. He knows how to market himself. He's a genius at marketing what he does. He's a great marketer. Not good. He's a great marketer.
Is he picking on Mike Tyson, or is he helping him retire in the Golden Corral? You know what I mean? Really? He's helping his retirement plan tremendously. Come on.
He's spinning it, but the bottom line is, people are going to watch that fight because it's Netflix, and most people. How many subscribers worldwide is Netflix? 400, 600
Probably
million?
$1 billion. I don't know. I'll look it up real quick.
Oh, a lot more than that. It's big. It's a big number. You're going to be shocked.
Okay, here we go. I'm looking it up. Well, not as many as you thought. 282 million.
Yeah, that's big.
That's big.
Huge. Huge.
That's big.
200 million. Think about that. What the average per month on that? What they pay. I'm sorry, that's a lot of money.
Right.
And then the amount of people they're going to get that are going to subscribe because of this. I bet you they get over 1 million new subscribers. Now think about that. How is that going to pan out? They make their money
Damn
back.
good.
Because once you get Netflix, you don't really want to get rid of Netflix. I've had it for so many years. I'm not getting rid of it. No way. It's too good.
They changed my plan recently. They added ads in there. I'm like, what? What are you doing? And I have to pay not to have the ads. You're trying to pay and motivate me to the next pay tier or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
Whatever, guys.
Every time they make a new iPhone, they now they move new gadgets, new this, and then the new AirPods. I bought these, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I look in there for the charger. There's no charger. No charger. You have to buy that separate. And I'm like, you son of guns.
Yeah, those one of them $42 chargers. Oh yeah.
Yeah, those. Yeah. So Apple. Good job, $1 trillion company. Keep going. They're good products though. So what are you gonna do?
You need a bag? That'll be $29. Yeah, right. Exactly. That's how it works. What's going on with your guys? What's going on with Usman, Islam, Umar? What's the juice?
Nothing's confirmed with any of them. As far as I know, New Year sometime. We'll see what happens. Because obviously there was the potential matchup between Umar and Yang Sedong, right? But then, obviously, you couldn't say nothing because it wasn't confirmed. And look what happens. It wasn't confirmed. It's not confirmed. There's no fight. So now I'm reading that maybe the New Year. I mean, one thing I do know, Umar wants to fight, and they can't give him a title fight, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. Maybe, who knows? I mean, until it's done, it's done. But he wants to fight one time before Ramadan. And the number one thing that he's doing is he's in a position like Habib and Islam have been. They were in that position where they had to wait it out. They had to go through some tough things. Habib had to go through a lot before he got a title shot.
Well, I mean, even if you look at Hamzat, for that matter, accelerating up the ladder, then boom, 2 years of ill and stuff and falling behind. Yeah.
Umar, his main thing is keep fighting, keep being active, and he wants to be active. He wants to go for the 29-0 like Habib, and you know what? That's a great goal to achieve, and he can do it. He can do it. So don't worry about fighting this guy or that guy. Just get the fights in, because by the time you get 11 fights in, we could be talking 5-6 years from now. So so if he waits for challenges because they can't put him or no one wants to fight him, then no, fight whoever the UFC puts in front of you. You're supposed to get 2 fights per year according to your contract, maybe 3, right? So he's got to fight. He should fight. He should fight at least twice or 3 times a year. So he can reach that goal. And that's a big goal to go after too. If you think about it, he would if he gets to 11 more wins, he will surpass Habib's 12-0 UFC record for him. So he will beat his own cousin in an unbeaten streak. If he can manage to do it. So I think that's a great goal to have.
Yeah.
All for it. I'm all for it. Who cares if he gets the title next? Great. If he doesn't, keep fighting. He needs to get better anyways. So keep fighting. And I'm pretty sure that my attitude, Habib's attitude, and his attitude, we're all aligned. We are all aligned. We're all thinking the same way. We don't get this, fine. Who's the UFC going to give us? We want to fight. So that's it. If we're not picking the opponents, we don't pick the opponents. Whoever we're going to fight, we're going to fight. That's it. So that's it. So if it's Merab, if it's whoever, he needs to fight. It's the title is great, and that's what he wants. But what's even greater for him is 29-0. And let's see what happens after that. Maybe if he manages to get to 29-0, maybe he wants to go 30-0 and then retire. Who knows? It's hard to say. But it's good to have goals and to leave the legacy behind. That would be a great legacy to leave behind.
That's good to have goals like that. Well, that's awesome, Hav. It's great catching up with you. Wrap up at the half hour here. It's an awesome podcast. Any things to plug or anything to tell people going on with the Javier Mendez world, that AKA Hav?
Yeah, just keep working away. Stay tuned for the Javier Choice tuna and products. It's going to be a company now, not just tuna. It's going to be more products. But I'm just now just getting registered. The company. So it takes a long time to get these things done. So we'll start in the UAE first, and then we'll see what happens from there.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Like and subscribe. Enjoy your day.